Welcome to the 40K to 400K formula workshop. And I sound very formal when I do this because this is when I edit these videos. I like a nice clear start to the video. So if you're watching a replay, that was specifically for you. This is the workshop where we help Shopify owners figure out their fast path to more consistent Shopify orders. And we do that by dialing down on the 3 things that you need to focus on your business rather than the 4,000 things you could be focusing on. We have 3 must-dos, may-dos on these calls, and we'd like you to lock in. We're going to be here for about an hour. So it's nice to have this time blocked out, distraction-free, ready to focus and get as much out of the session as possible. As we mentioned before, we'd love you to be seen. If you've got a camera and you're not in a precarious situation or driving or whatever, we'd like to see your faces so we're not just talking to a black box. And we will be engaging in the chat throughout the call, so please look out for the chats and engage with our team as we chat. We'd love to hear from you as we go through. We don't just want to sit here and talk. We'd love to be interactive with you. Some goals for today. We'd like you to walk away from today with a better idea of how to convert browsers into buyers. For some of you, we will show you that in a step-by-step plan, how to what to focus on to start converting more browsers into buyers. We'll show you why your paid ads maybe aren't converting and what to do to start to get them converting better. And we'll give you a pathway to profit. We'll take you through our fast path plan, which is the step-by-step 30, 60, 90, 365 day process of what you need to focus on to start to scale your business profitably. A lot of people jump on these calls and they wonder, will this work for me? I'm in a random industry that no one's ever heard of. There's sort of 3 flavors to this, right? Will it work in my niche? Will it work at my size? Will it work today? The answer is yes, yes, yes. If you've got an e-com business, this will work. We work with 200 plus brand founders in all sorts of niches, every niche that you can imagine. This system works because it's principle based. If work at your size because it's principle based. The same things that we apply to 40K a month business are the same things we apply at a 400K or a 4 million a month business. Will it work now? Yes, these strategies are proven, tactical, working in 2025. Ourselves and our coaches are in the trenches daily, working inside e-commerce businesses, working inside of accounts, and working on strategies that work today. This is for Shopify store owners that are, or people looking to purchase or set up a Shopify store who are passionate, right? You want to do something good in the world. You've got a great product. You've got a great idea. You want to bring something into the world to do something good, but you're just not sure what that right lever to pull to take the next step to really get this thing going. That often means you're overwhelmed, right? Maybe you've put years into this business. You've tried everything and you just can't get the thing that makes you able to move forward faster. So if you're overwhelmed, don't worry, we will un-overwhelm you by the end of this call. And if you like to make money, this is for you as well, right? We like you to make money in a way that you as the business owner actually get paid and you're not just a money collection service for the ATO, right? So we want people that like to grow businesses, that like to make money. So why should you listen to this bloke in hat? I can just, I'll do this for you, Paul, if you like. So Paul doesn't teach theory. Paul's been in the trenches of e-com since he was about 12 years old. No, since he was about 17. He started one of the, probably one of the first e-com businesses in Australia in around 1997 out of his parents' house, and quickly filled up the backyard and the garage with all of his stock, and eventually sold about 40 mil of products and ultimately sold that business to an ASX listed company in the tech space in 2014. So a lot of Paul's knowledge comes from that time actually in the trenches of building a very profitable, scalable, big-sized e-commerce business. Off the back of that, he also founded the Insightful agency as a mechanism to run the marketing inside his own business. And Insightful now is a standalone business that builds 100 plus Shopify websites a year. And a lot of our efforts into conversion come out of that process. As I said, 25 years in e-com. If it's happened in e-com, Paul's dealt with it, whether it's building teams, whether it's operational snags, whether it's figuring out what to sell, whether it's losing sales, making sales, customer complaints, right? Anything that happens in e-com, Paul's seen it, dealt with it, built an SOP around it. So what we teach is practical, and it's based on actual experience. And this experience goes the same for all of our coaches, as we said, senior people and coaches in our business are in the trenches of e-commerce businesses every day. And the funny thing is, even though Paul started this business in 1997, the principles that he learned, that he practiced, that he implemented in his business over the last 25 years are the same things that we use today to help our clients get incredible results like this. All right. These are real screenshots from real customer accounts. We have customers, everything from doing 10 grand a month to doing their first 50K a month to doing millions a month, and everything in between. So we do have an unhidden agenda on this call, and you're probably jumping on this workshop thinking, oh, they're gonna try and wrangle me to do something on this call, right? And yes, like we love to look for our next client success stories, and that's why we do these calls, right? We like to find new e-commerce businesses that we can work with, that we can help implement these principles and practices into their businesses to help them grow profitably. And that's our mission. Our mission here is to help people. So our promise for this workshop is that it will be incredibly valuable. If you hang around, even if you never speak to us again, if you never work with us ever, off the back of this, you will get some value from this, which is why we ask you to tune in and pay attention, because there will be really practical takeaways for you to implement into your business. But obviously we do have time constraints. We can't spend one-to-one time with everybody on this call, and we obviously can't get into the weeds of your business on a call like this. So for those of you that are interested in more assistance or understanding more about how we can help, at the end of the workshop, would it be okay with you if we share a bit of an offer of how you can work with us further? If that's okay, drop a yes or a hell yeah, or a no, not for me, in the chat, and just let us know. There's no hard sale here, but we will be giving you a way to work further with us, because we'd like to think that we know what we're doing and we like to help people. While you're in the chat, let us know where you're at on your journey. Most people that we meet on these calls are somewhere in one of these phases, right? They're either in startup. I think Adam was sort of in that phase, or sorry, Alan, you're about to buy a business. So in that sort of startup phase, maybe you're in setup, you've kind of got some systems and processes and you're scaling that 10 to 25K. Maybe you're in grow up, maybe you're in scale up. And if you're above 200, 300K a month, then let us know and you can run the next workshop, because that's pretty awesome. Okay, I've got some scale, got some startup, fantastic stuff. So as we said, we get these kind of results. We help clients grow. We help them grow profitably to these sorts of numbers, which may look decent, may look crazy, to depending where you're at in your journey. But building client businesses like this, is it luck? Is it magic? It's probably a bit of magic in what we do. Or do you think this is a system that we're able to generate results like this over and over and over consistently over time with all the clients that we meet? And the answer is yes, it is a system. And this is a system that we call the more orders model. It's a three-sided shape, someone like a triangle. And these, I think, as we premised up front, these are the three things that 99.7% of the e-com businesses we meet either have broken, don't have it all, need some kind of fixing, or just aren't performing as well as they can be. So we like to do a bit of a guessing game here. And for those of you that have been on the call before, you can hold your answers for later. But what do you think? So for some of you that are new here, Nadine, Alan, Adam, Nat, what do you think these three things, these three big levers, these three critical components of building an e-commerce business, what do you reckon some of these might be? And feel free to drop it in the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself. Traffic, CVR, AOV.
CVR, yes, one of them.
Yeah.
Traffic kind of gets bundled in with all of it. Yeah. Pricing, leads, convert. No, conversions, yes. Though good things, Alan, especially if you're going to buy a business. You're like, yeah, you want those things working? Revenue tax.
Yeah.
It sounds like something from
BAS,
the ATO, right? Lucky. BAS, PAYG, IAS. Spot the AOT infiltrator here. Unit economics. Good. This is good. You can
Well, again,
you definitely say that
super macro.
super macro. It's good.
Okay, well, there's some good guesses and you're heading in the right direction, but let's keep things moving. So keep in mind, these are the three things that pretty much every business we meet has missing. We call them the store, your story, and your strategy. Either your store's busted and your website isn't built to convert as well as it could be. This is the convert aspect of your business. Or your story's not compelling. You don't have a brand message that actually connects with a real human in a real human way that lets them know that you're about to help them solve a problem that they haven't been able to fix yet. This is all about building connection through story. And the third aspect is strategy. And this is everything that gives you control in your business. This is everything from your business model to your financial model to your digital model, your digital strategy. This is the step-by-step process of how you build out your business. And these three components are broken in most businesses that we meet. But the good thing is they're some of the easiest things to fix. And when you do fix them, they have massive impact on your business. So we don't highlight these just to make it look pretty. These are the three things that if you don't focus on these three things first and you go and focus on lots of other stuff, you're not pulling levers that are actually going to dial your business in and give you that fast, accelerated growth that you're looking for. On the call now, we're going to look at some websites and we're going to take this model, we're going to take these three things and we're going to look at a few websites and look at a few of your businesses and have a bit of a pry under the bonnet and apply what we call our fast path plan. And this, as I said earlier, this is the step-by-step things that you need to focus on to actually grow your business in the next 90, 180, 270 days, right? We generally won't go much past 90 days because most people have enough work to do in 90 days, but we're going to look at stuff that is broken or just doesn't exist that needs to get fixed. Stuff you need to build that you don't have yet, stuff that is working that you can grow, right? You might have a great Meta ads account that just needs to pour some fire on it. Or you might need to make some transformational big moves in business model or product or market or something like that. So I will unshare screen and Paul will share up his
Yes, but
iPad
we
and
need
we'll take a look at some businesses. We need a volunteer.
we need a volunteer / victim first. So anyone that's doing
Dean got in
reasonable
first.
numbers open to sharing their URL. We've got Adam
Nadine got in
there.
first. I think she's probably she's first and only. So why don't we go
Okay.
with I'll
All
put
right.
it in again, Ome Your Wellness.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's have a look then. She's really more beneficial for doing. I think you said you're in like startup phase, Nadine. Is that right? You're on mute, by the way.
Yes, I think
It
that was
was
it.
the second stage that you had.
Second stage. Okay,
Scale
cool.
up.
All right. Well, let's have a look then. You know what? We can also do this for potentially, Alan, up to you for the business that you're looking at buying. And I'll tell you all the things that are broken before you buy it. So that would be an interesting exercise. Or if you've got a few that you're looking at buying. So let's get into this though with
I've looked
Nadine's.
at your site before. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Or else
What
you're
a
using.
beautiful, Are you lagging, Chris? Something's always going on with the audio. Awesome. So let's have a look around here. So the three things that we're looking at, the store and the story and your digital strategy. So I'll land on here. Give me the background on the brand a bit. When did you start? You know, like why did you start? You know, how long you've been going? What kind of numbers are you doing? Can we work through that for a minute?
Yeah, sure. I purchased the business of someone I used to work with just nearly.
Oh, she's frozen. Just nearly. Okay. That's good. So welcome to doing a live event. Hang on, she's back now, I think.
Did
Nah,
I
you
get
cut
lost?
off. Yeah, I think the cat killed your internet connection in the background. So you've got to go back about 10 seconds. I purchased the internet business and then we just got.
Yep. Okay. I purchased it
Oh no.
off a friend about 2 years ago. It used to be an old WooCommerce site. And was very limited in its target market. So we decided to change that, reformulate, and basically rebrand the whole thing. So that's why the numbers are a little lower than probably they were, and it's due to that reformulation, rebranding, and trying to make it more universally acceptable, I guess.
I
Right,
remember
so-
this site, Nadine. I did a conversion audit for you a few months ago, I think.
You
Looks like you've
did.
implemented some of the suggestions. Have you changed the
Yes.
brand name since then? Because you've got Omvita and Omeo now.
Yes, we always had them both. Omveta is the skincare brand, and Omea is the sort of umbrella overview.
Right.
I know that's a little bit confusing, but there was method to our madness.
Yeah, right.
So let me read through this for a minute. So for me, immediately, it's not obvious like what the big problem is that you fix as soon as I land on the website. So that's what it should be saying on the homepage. As soon as I land on there, you've got 2 seconds. People go, hey, beautiful waterfall. Wish I could go there and hang out for the day. But I'm like, do you do tours to waterfalls, or do you what is the product that you're selling? So I assume I have to scroll down further, and I have to scroll past this stuff first. So before I even know what's going on, you go, and here's a bundle, buy a bundle and start discounting stuff. And then we get into something for your face, something for your body, and something for your hair. And I have to read all of this. So for over 5,000 years, the qualities of so herbs and minerals have been mindfully blended to support the body, maintain, yeah. And this is it's Ayurveda. Is that how you say it? Am I pronouncing? Oh, yeah,
Ayurveda.
Ayurveda.
Ayurveda. Yeah, okay. So because what you should have on the homepage is like a hook, right? In this sentence immediately. A hook, a promise, an outcome. So you use this product and you're going to feel like this, or you're going to achieve this outcome, or we're promising you this thing. So for example, if we go to a couple of our different clients here, you go to this guy, right? So you land on his website, and for all the blokes that play golf, you're like, play more golf in less time and transform your golf game. You're like, that sounds good. Like, what golfer wants to play more golf in less time and not have a better swing? So instantly he's giving you a great promise. And then it's supported, play your way with, high quality golf simulators that take the stress out of, and then we take the stress out of finding the right sim for you. So it's like 1, 2, 3. People's brains go, I want that, I want that, I want that, and I want that. Same with this thing. You go to this beautiful web, and we made all these websites for everyone who's watching later, right? So you go here and you're like, great, premium watch storage designed for collectors, right? And you go, great. Crafted for the avid collector, our watch boxes embody impeccable craftsmanship and versatility, and will help you find the perfect watch box. So you go, that's me. I've got lots of, not me, I wish I did. I've got Rolexes and I got Breitlings and I've got whatever. And I go, cool, these are the guys for me. I come over here, another one of our clients' websites, Australia's clean. And this is probably the best of the 3. The other are a bit big, bit long, right? A bit wordy. But Australia's best, Australia's cleanest collagen and protein. It's for active Aussie families. I don't need to search anywhere else. I found it. It's affordable. Great. And all of these clients crushing it. But you can see instantly, you're like, oh yeah, these people look pretty happy. There's a product. This guy's smashing the ball. He's having a good time. Here's the product. It's looking pretty classy. And it's the same with these ones. It's a family-owned music store in the heart of Maitland. You're like, great. It's a small business, huge sound, affordable guitars, shop with confidence. Another one, premium bathroom products. You go, yeah, that's what I want. Get great advice. And if for some reason we send you the wrong thing and it doesn't work out, we'll give you a refund. And I can go on for days. I've got like all these tabs open, right? But yours doesn't say that. It's skincare from the earth to your skin. It can't, like, it talks about where it comes from, doesn't talk about what it does.
Needs
Or
an outcome.
yeah, needs an outcome, needs a promise, needs a feeling, needs to make me do something emotive. So terrible example. I'll give you a terrible example, I will say, so, but something along the lines of, makes you look 10 years younger in a month. Again, you can't say that, right? However, everyone on the call, all the blokes that are over 40, me, Chris, and whoever, we're gonna go, shit, that's good. I need that, because I'm gonna look younger quick. It's gonna give you more hair in a week. Like, great, I want that. It's gonna make everyone go, geez, you've never looked better. So, and what you want a H1 tag here. So that's a heading 1 tag, and then you want a H2 tag that is a supporting piece of text underneath it. Again, like this, that's a H1, that's a H2. That's a H1, that's a H2, that's a H1, that's a H2. Right?
Yeah.
So, And what we're trying to achieve here, as people land on your website, people are obviously going to look at your website and go, it's beautiful. You've done a great job. Your product photography looks awesome. But you want them to start scrolling down your page, and in their mind, you want them to start doing stuff like this. So I'm gonna draw, but I go, great, heading 1 tag, yes, that's something that I want. Heading 2 tag, yes, that's something that I want. And then we scroll down a little bit further, and you're missing this at the moment, but you should have a section in here that's like a whole bunch of boxes, 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4. And it's more positive statements where people go when they read it, like, so for example, like free shipping Australia wide, put that last, but, easy to use, like
Suitable
it's
for
not
all skin types.
suitable.
Won't
Yeah,
burn your
exactly.
skin. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Don't use stuff like, organic and all blah, vegan friendly and all that wanky stuff. Like you got to use proper statements where people go, yeah, wow, like it's natural, like natural and, all the other things sounds considerably different. Handmade, handmade locally in Australia. You're like, wow, beautiful, Um, the best skincare products to do this thing that you've ever tried. If not, we'll give you your money back. So whatever they end up being, and I mean, this is why we do very in depth with brands like yours when we do someone's proper brand strategy, is because you want to get as many yeses coming through, like yes, 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 before you even present the products, right? So the person's at that point, they're like, that's great. Like, I get the promise. Now show me the benefits and the outcomes of the product. That's how people buy. People don't come to a website and just buy based on, hi, this is a golf simulator and it's a computer and a monitor, right? They read that secondary, or they don't go, hey, collagen comes from wherever the hell collagen comes from. Do you know what I mean? And it's white
Yep.
and it's in a packet. And it's like, who cares? Do you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff comes later, Even before we get to that, we get to the point where like it actually tastes good and you feel good and it's easy to use. And like 5,000 people a month buy the product from that brand. Then that's not true, but like,
Yep.
thousands of 5-star reviews. So people go, oh, great, other people are using it, right? So you got a promise, and then you move into proof, and then you start moving into like all of the benefits and the outcome of the product. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So when you go buy your new business album, first thing you want to look at, you go, if I look at the website, you go, is it clear what they do in like 2 seconds, right? Same with everybody else on the call. Like I assume Adam's probably doing this well. If you're doing a couple $100,000 a month, you're probably doing parts of this well. I'm very happy to draw a line in the sand. I go, you're not doing all of it well, because when we do a brand strategy for someone, like we go through this process, it's like 60 tabs in a Google sheet and there's like 10 questions per page. We're like, who are we speaking to? What is the avatar? Where do they hang out online? What do they think? What do they say? What are their problems? What are the outcomes they want to achieve? What kind of um, things are they interested in? How do they think, right? So it's a very, very deep process. And again, as Chris spoke about on his beautiful diagram, that's the first part. Now, if we get into the second part of this, we start getting into, let's look at some conversion rate optimization stuff, which is what Adam said when he said CVR. It's just the abbreviation for it. Let's have a look at your product. So we'll go here. I'll just pick one. And again, like you're doing a lot right, what is your best selling product? Would it be this bundle thing?
No, it's generally a couple of the main skincare products, the rose toner, the honey sesame cleanser.
Rose toner. How do I find that? Let's have a look. This thing? One of them?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So straight into it. How many have you sold?
Oh, all up, or
All up.
we generally go through maybe 20 to 30 of those a month.
All right. Okay. So you should have way more social proof, more than 3 people, right?
Yep.
100%. So a few basic things, you've got a product name, that's good. You've got the price. Price is too small, make it bigger. You've got add to bag, that's good. In the skincare industry, you use add to bag instead of add to cart. You don't have any information in here about, you do have fast shipping, but you don't have like, hey, it's in stock and ready to ship today, right? You don't have any photos of any people using the product. Like, someone with beautiful skin, like, Doris and Alan going, hey, look, it's great, and whatever it's used for, and actually using the product. You want people using the product.
Yep.
So I would include
If
stuff. So you go.
if you add in people using the product, if you use video reels and things, does that then slow down the site though?
No, not at all. No, not if you put it on the right
Okay.
location. No. Start with photos first though. And again,
Yep.
this is the really important bit. You want to make sure the photos of the people that you're using are the type of people who buy your product. Like I will see, you see so many people trying to launch like a water bottle brand or some crap, right? Or they launch a bloody a dog pet brand, right? And their target demographic is 35-year-old women to 45-year-old women or 30 or whatever. And they have these like smoking hot 18-year-old girls on there. What's the last
Yep.
thing like? So other ladies, not to say that the 30-year-old plus the women aren't all supposed to smoking hot, but they're gonna go in there and go, oh, I don't really, that's not me, right? So I'm not buying the product. There's a reason people go and buy a Yeti product, a Yeti water bottle, for example, because all the blokes that are in the four-wheel drive space, the fishing, the hunting, whatever, they're the photos of the people on the website. So why I say that for skincare brands, you got to go, who's my audience? How old are they? What do they look like? What body shape do they look like? What color skin do they have, right? And then you got photos of them using the product and them using the photo and looking happy and healthy and blah, blah, blah. And you go, great. And then when you run your ads and you're using video in your ad, it's the same person, right? So it's the same person at the start all the way through to the end. And most brands get this wrong. And Lockie Thompson on the call here is our head of meta ads. He will attest to this. He gets people bloody going, you sell beds to people who sell bloody who have Labradors, and we sell, a lot of beds. You go, why are you putting bloody Chihuahua in the photo for? Do you know what I mean? Like most of your audience buys beds for a Labrador. No, I don't need that thing. You're just burning your budget. There's some other basic conversion rate issues going on here, such as you don't have how many have been purchased in the last 24 hours. You don't know how many people are looking at the product. You, it's not, you could have on the image, you could say how big the product is and make it clearer. You've got 100 mil there, but you can do a circle where it's 100 mil. You could have, hey, it's a bestseller circle on the image
Yep.
as well. But for me, the biggest thing that's missing is, unless I read all of this, right, I don't know what the main things are that this solves for me. So, and I will also say that I don't think people are going to be that fussed about this stuff. Hydrates and refreshes for healthy, radiant glow. Like Susan tones with pure rose water, lightweight formula, perfect. I don't think they're the things ladies, and I'll say ladies because I imagine that's most of your audience, are thinking about when they want to use your product, right? So there is, and why I say this is because for one, they should be here, right? So there's a thing called meta-field benefits inside of Shopify. So you could have like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you read the title, then you read the short description, then you read this thing, then you see the price, and this stuff here should be up the top, social proof. So inside your brain and everyone's brain, they go tick, 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 tick,
Yep.
tick, 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 tick. You see where I'm going here? I'm just getting them to comply with all the wording on your website because you're framing what you want them to read, and as they go through the frame of how you want them to read it, then they buy something. The last thing you want them to do is have to go, all right, I've read that. Now I've got to scroll down here. Now I'll scroll back over here. Now I've got to go over here to read about shipping. Now I add it to the cart. What happens when I add it to the cart? And they've just gone, right? And that's the difference between a 1% conversion rate and a 6% conversion rate.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yep.
And why that makes such a monster issue is, if I can get some space down here on your screen, let's assume, like, what number are you doing at the moment here on your website, revenue-wise, monthly?
Anywhere between maybe 10 to 20.
20K?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. And what's your conversion rate at the moment?
About the 3%
Okay,
on
right.
average.
So that's not terrible. Like, that's good, right?
No.
But however, let's see if I can do some drawing here. So you get 100 people a day coming to your website, right? Let's just do this. What month are we in? June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Start there, and that's meant to say June. Look at my beautiful drawing. December. right? So you got a 3% conversion rate at the moment, right? And you go, that's great. You're doing, let's just call it 10K. Now, if all we did was in here, again, the 3 parts of Chris's triangle, made your brand
Yep.
strategy like twice as good and made your conversion rate twice as good, your conversion rate is probably going to go to 6%. All right. So you go, instead of, let's change that. So we go, that's, you know, if we had a left, sorry, we change it and we get it. And again, I wouldn't promise this, you know, however, we go 40K, 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 40K,
Yeah.
40K. So we go, cool. How long do you want to like not have an additional 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, $100,000 in sales just because you haven't fixed these 2 issues properly?
Yep.
So critical for people to do this well, and especially for brands that are scaling. Like Lockie works with brands that are doing like, you know, millions a year, right? You know, and we work with, I work with brands that are doing $1 million a week. All right. So why this is all so important to them, and I wish I had more screen to draw here, but anyway, for the purpose of this, like if you're doing $1 million a week and I double your conversion rate, you're doing another $1 million a week. So you should be absolutely obsessed with improving your brand message and improving your conversion rate like every single day. You know, makes a huge, huge difference, because what happens is you start working with the geniuses like Lucky to run your ads, you know, and he'll get you a cracking result on whatever. But it's also to his benefit if you got a better conversion rate and a better brand message, because he can take your he can take your brand message and put it into your ads. So again, like all the people scrolling through Facebook, they've read this beautiful brand message as a perfect person in the photo. They get off Facebook, they come to your website, you know, you're getting the bloody 10x ROAS instead of a 3x ROAS, and you're crushing the conversion rate and you're crushing everything else, and you're like, happy days. Makes sense? Is this making sense
Yeah.
to you too, like Alan, before you go buy a business? You're like, shit, I know what I need to fix now, right? Because most people, and I'll turn screen share off for a second and I'll come back to it because I want to draw some stuff for you. Most people are so obsessed with like, oh, I've got to have the right product and I've got to have like all this other crap going on, and you know, they never fix this thing properly. Like you can sell a shit product if you've got a website that's built to convey trust and convince them to buy, and a good brand strategy. Man, I've sold bottle openers on the internet before that will pop off for like a metal bottle cap and sold like $100,000s on them because I spoke about the product good and the page converted and there was consistency everywhere, right? But if the page was crap and the conversion rate was crap, I wouldn't have sold any, right? So super, super important. So if I was you, first thing is that I'm going to draw something, if I can, wish I could figure out a way to just do this like better, but this will do the job. Sorry, Chris, you didn't even get a chance to talk about the brand strategy. We just like riffed.
No, now I mean the one big thing which you kind of covered was the who it's for aspect, which you kind of
All
covered in like the imagery, but we also want to speak to that person. Go, hey, this is a product that's for you that does this thing that you want.
Yeah. So just quickly, like, what are you doing from a marketing perspective to generate that 20K? Are you doing meta ads at the moment, Google ads, other stuff?
We've been trying some different meta ads, some with varying success. Last time it didn't get a lot of success, so we pulled it. We're about to do a Google ad. So really not a huge amount.
Okay. And what's the strategy around behind doing both of them? Is the strategy, hi, Google Ads guy, can you run Google Ads from my website?
Yeah, pretty well.
Okay. Was it the same strategy for meta ads? Hi, here's my website. Can you sell the product?
Meta, we actually don't do too badly with Meta. We have a reasonably low follower count, but they're quite engaged. So it was about trying to just find more people like those people.
All right. Here's what you do. So, hang on. We'll change color. Go green. That's good. We don't need it. Like, you need to fix your brand message because it's kind of there, but it's not there, right? So, super easy to fix. Brand strategy. Second, website is okay, but you need to do a proper conversion rate audit because there's probably 30, 40 things missing just from your product page. So I didn't even touch your collection page or your home page or your cart drawer page or your checkout page. So simple as going, do a proper conversion rate audit. We go, hey, here's the 90 things that are missing, add them, right? And your conversion rate goes from 3% to 5% to 6%. Number two, I even say CVR just for those that are watching. Next thing is meta ads. It's doing something, but you need to do this piece first so that you can do this piece properly, right? Because that's not being done, it's going to just make meta ads wishy-washy for a while. I would can the idea of Google ads altogether for the moment, and I would be like, people are going to start coming to your website via meta ads, but if they don't buy straight away, you want to be picking them up with really good cart abandonment flows, all those kind of things. You want to have good welcome sequences. You want to have good review sequences. You want to have, there's a difference if they check out at the cart drawer versus they check out in the actual full cart as well, right? So all this traffic that I'm going to convince you to get Lockie to run your ads for you because he's great, but some people don't buy. So you go, email will pick up the scraps, right? Number one thing. I think these are excuse me, I talk too much during the day. These 4 things are the main 4 things you got to work on at the moment. I think you'd be wasting your money in Google ads right now because it's kind of just like you're going to hit up phrases, keywords, blah, blah, blah. And you go, might just be an interesting challenge.
Maybe pretty expensive too on the skincare, Ayurvedic skincare. Unless you get really clear on like it's a very specific niche down kind of long tail keyword strategy, but
yeah. So I would, again, like my whole focus would be just, these 4 things because you've proven that you've got a product that sells. You've proven that it's probably a profitable product. You've proven that people like it and they use it and blah, blah, blah. So incremental improvements across this should get you to like 60, 70K a month, I would assume, inside of 4 to 6 months or something. People are always going to spend money on skincare because people are always self-conscious about bad skin. So you're not in the market where like people go, oh, we'll stop spending for a while because can't afford it and the economy shit and all the other crap people tell themselves. They're just like, no, keep buying it. You know what I mean? So that's where I would focus if I was you. And we help you with all these things as well. So stay on to the end. Chris from our team will reach out to you and kind of tell you how all this works. Has that been helpful so far?
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Awesome. All right. Look forward to doing more and getting you to like this number, 60K, which is not far away. And it's not going to cost you a lot of money to get there. That's the good thing. So, all right. Who's up next?
almost
Pick
about it,
someone.
I think.
Oh, all right. All right. Has that been helpful though? So, I mean, for people like yourself, Alan, that are probably like, whether you're new to e-commerce and you're buying an e-commerce business, does that help you give a different way to look at e-commerce? Yes and no? Is it confused you more or has it confused you more? Okay. All right. Interesting. It's hard to talk if he's just going to nod his head at me and wave at me. So all good. All right, Chris, back to you.
Cool. You want to stop sharing and I'll continue sharing? Cool. All right. So as Paul was saying, hopefully that has been helpful so far. And you can, from the exercise that we went through with Nadine, you can sort of see some similar gaps in your business. As we said up front, those 3 things are the big things that are gaps in most of the businesses that we speak to. So you can probably see some similarities. Hopefully you can also see how you can apply those same principles to make more money, make more orders in your own business, and you can see how that growth plan over the next sort of 90, 180 days, fix the brand strategy, fix the website. If you're running meta ads, improve them, but fix the site first, fix the brand strategy first, because those really are the 2 crux pieces that before you switch more ads on, fix those things first. So now you have 2 choices. You have happy Paul and less happy Paul. And obviously less happy Paul is when you jump off the call and you just keep doing the same thing that got you to whatever decision it was for you to jump on this call. Like something's not working. Been trying to figure this thing out on my own for the last however long, and I just haven't cracked it yet, right? So choose to go it alone. You're going to end up back here in another year, and as Paul showed with Nadine, you'd losing 20, 30, 40K in revenue a month of that potential upside, not fixing these things. Or You can make Paul very, very happy, and you can choose the proven path, the path that we've shown you on this call. Fix your brand strategy, fix your conversion rate, fix your collection page, fix your cart page, right? Tweak your meta strategy, do it in the right sequence. You can follow that proven process and get the help that you need and get expert advice on the right things to do. And then you can join these wonderful groups of people who give us lots of 5-star reviews about all the nice work that we do for them, using the same plan, using the same system, the same 3 steps approach, fixing these things in their businesses is what we do every day. And how we do that, the quickest, easiest, most hassle-free way to start working on this is inside of our Connect program. This is our fundamental essential program where you'll get private access to our private Slack community. There's about 200 plus founders in there and about 20 plus experts. These are coaches, as I said, people in the trenches working on this stuff every day. So you get access to that Slack channel. That Slack community, and there's about 20 different channels inside of that community. Everything from Amazon to brand strategy, content marketing, packaging, product sourcing, everything you need to know about your e-com business. We've got a section for you to learn all of that stuff and connect with not other only founders, but other businesses on the same path as you and expert coaches. We run daily live calls with experts. Most days we're running 2 calls via Zoom on Crow, Meta, email, Google, strategy, operations, again, finances, everything that you need to move your business forward. We have live calls daily. We're up to about 10 calls a week at the moment, potentially more coming as we go. So again, you never don't have a place to go to get your questions answered. You also get our essential training vault, which is you get Paul's amazing conversion rate blueprint course. You get my amazing brand communication playbook and Lockie's amazing meta ads acceleration program, which are the fundamental programs. These are our best selling programs for a reason. And again, as you just saw, these are the 3 things that most people need to fix. So you get access to those courses as you go through. You jump on the Crow call and say, hey, Paul, I'm going through it. I've got a problem with this. Hey, Chris, love the mustache in module 2, but I've got a question about this, right? So these are our core trainings, and these are the things that get our clients proven results. They come to the calls, they ask good questions, they get their answers, they write in the chat, people support them. And that's why we have hundreds of happy members. And as I said, we have an ever-growing team of expert coaches on all sorts of subject matter, whether it's strategy, brand, meta, finance, Google, web design, branding, email, SEO, marketing, ad creative. We have experts, as I said, experts that are in the trenches working on this stuff with e-commerce businesses every day. We don't have general subject matter experts. Everybody that we bring in to help coach and support our community are active e-commerce workers. So this program is for pretty much everybody on this call, right? Store owners that are coachable. We like to give you suggestions. A lot of what we do is very practical. We give you playbooks, we give you worksheets, we give you things to do on the backs of calls. People that are coachable go off and do that work and come back the next week and go, great, I did that. What's the next thing? That's a great person. You want to implement some of this stuff yourself. You've probably got more time than money, and you're willing to sort of put the work in and do some SEO yourself, do some ads yourself, but you just need someone to tell you what to do, how to do it, how to fix it. People that sell great quality products, people who are family friendly. So we had Nadine's cat visit us before. There's always random children and animals and all sorts of things, and people driving to and from the warehouse on the call. So we're very business and life integration people, because we understand that you're working from home, you're working from wherever, you've got family, you've got partners, and all of that chaos is part of life. We like those who show up, ask good questions, contribute, support others as well, and anyone really who wants to grow but just hasn't. You just need that bit of support, and you need somebody to give you the right answers to push you in the right direction. You get all of that for the low monthly cost of $97 per month, which I need to do the calculation, but it's probably less than a coffee a day, at least in Melbourne, where coffee's $5 for a small coffee these days.
Wow.
So very, very minimal investment. The reason we've made it this low is so that as many people as possible can get into a community, get their questions answered, not have to jump on YouTube and this and that and get in what we call infobesity, where you just consume all of this information, and then you've got 4,000 things you possibly could do. So then you do nothing, right? And days and months and weeks and years go past, and you don't do anything. So when you join for the $97, you get the live coaching calls every weekday. You get access to the private Slack community. You get that essential training vault, the Crow brand and meta courses, more coming soon. You get daily access to 20+ expert coaches who you can ask your questions to, and you'll start to get that proven results. So Chris and or Paul will drop in, I believe they've already dropped in a link to that. So go smash that button, get into this community. It's got to be the best e-commerce community in the world at the moment. Research done by myself, to myself. And there's a special bonus. Everyone who joins that program on the back of tonight's call, we will get you onto a one-to-one call with one of our team to help you map out that fast path plan that we worked with for Dean tonight. So the same way we went through her business and had a bit of a look, we'll do the same for you and help you start to map out those big blocks that you need to focus on to move your business forward. Again, all of that for the low, insanely incredible price of $97 per month.
There we go. So we'll just sit here and wait for everyone to just go sign up.
Go click
Otherwise,
the
I'll be
button.
like, get the button,
wait for the
chuck in
bell.
the card. So there's no commitment as well, right? Join for a month, love it, stay forever, which is what's going to happen, or leave, and then that's also fine. But anyone joins now, they're going to get that fast path plan with Chris, and good chance I'll be on some of those calls as well. But that's an offer for now, not tomorrow, not next week, not the year after. Anyone have any questions or anything at the moment? Happy to hang around for the next 10 minutes while everyone goes and finds their credit cards and your key cards or wherever you keep your money. Cryptocurrency, you can give us some Bitcoin, I don't mind. But there you go. Thanks. No worries, Nat. Thanks for jumping on. Same with people that are inside the Shopify Australia group watching this community as well. I'm going to take this serious. Yeah, like grab it, do it now, not later. 100%. So good question. So our Connect program is to kind of get you into our world and into our ecosystem. So off the back of that, we have another program called our Inner Circle, which is for brands who want to move much faster. And there is a lot of done with you in that, where we fix things for you. We do it one-to-one, we help you, Connect is community-based. So come to calls, learn what everyone else is doing. When you're ready, become an Inner Circle member, right? So, and then we go, hey, we'll fix your website, we'll fix your brand. You don't need to be a Inner Circle member for us to run your meta ads or your Google ads or do any of that. Services we can do for you, and you don't need to be in that. As long as you're in Connect, that's fine. So like Nadine, for you example, you can be like, cool, I've joined Connect, paid my $97, we add you in, we make you a private channel, we go, cool, throw Lockie in a channel, just you guys and Chris Villado from our team. And we'll go, let's get your Meta ads running. Here's the proposal. You like the proposal? Here's how much you want to spend per month. Do it. Let's go from there. Go get some growth. Like we were chatting the other day, we had a lady who come to this thing a couple of weeks ago. And I said, get Lockie to run your ads for you. He's crush it. She goes, I'm not ready to join the Inner Circle. I said, you don't need it yet. Just run your ads. I think you've done, what did you say, Lockie? How much is the growth? Don't mention the brand, obviously, because it's private and so forth, but what number?
150% in the last 30 days.
Yeah. So what revenue did they go from there?
It was like 25K, and they've just done $55,000 in the last 30 days.
Yeah, and him and Sophie from our team. Sophie is his wingwoman, for lack of a better. Together they like run the account, do everything, crush it, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Or for those people that go, I don't want him to do that, go to his coaching call and he coaches you how to do it. So the whole thing with Connect is like, get out of the free communities where you're just consuming nonsense, right? Get into this thing and hang around people that are doing good stuff. Go to Lockie's call, listen to how he talks about stuff, and then you give it a week or two and you're like, I like this guy and he knows what he's talking about. Get him to run our ads. It's the same with Google ads. You go, cool, I went to Zach's call. It was great. Get him to run my ads. I went to the web call. Paul destroyed my website and found 900 things wrong. We go, cool, we can fix it for you. Do you know what I mean? No high pressure sales tactics, no nothing. We're just like, here's what you need to fix. And this is what you need to fix. When you're ready, here's the proposal. We'll help you fix it. All right. So very, what's next? What's next? What's next? As opposed to what everyone does out there in e-commerce space. Like, I'll do 60 different things in a day. And I'm like, yeah, none of it's moving you forward, or it's moving you forward around in a circle. Right. So I think that's what we kind of pride ourselves on, knowing the next 10 steps for you that are actually going to work. And we can do that because we're doing it for all these other brands. And I've done it for as long as I could, like 17 years old. I'm 45 next month, so feel free to send me birthday presents. But, so is it helpful? Yo, amazing. All right, cool. All right, so we'll wrap it up there. I think that's
I've
good.
just seen
Again,
Nadine's already jumped in, which is awesome, Nadine. So we'll set up a time to do a bit of a strategy call now that you're inside there, which is awesome. Same for anyone
Amazing.
else. Jump in and we'll organize a strategy call for you guys.
Did anyone post anything on the live stream? Sometimes I know a lot of people do it and I miss it. I just want to quickly double check. Was there any
I think
comments?
a couple questions.
What were they?
More just interacting with the triangle at the start.
Let's have a look at it. So that's not
I think
anyone in there
it was your personal one.
on my wall. All right. Rebranding, startup, good team. Nothing. Okay. Cool. Oh, okay. Oh, good. All right. Amazing. I'll let you all
Thanks,
go.
Sam.
Gotta feel like the principal or something. But thanks for jamming with us. Sorry, one more thing. So Chris is gonna give you, for those of you that did watch, he'll drop you a link just to leave us a review. We like to put the reviews on the ad that you guys probably seen. So that will be amazing. Thanks to my team for jumping on as well. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you in the circle. Cheers, guys. Bye.
So,
Awesome.